set to go now in what could be called the Battle of the Beltway. The Ravens and Redskins are underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard. Shy of the 25 at the 24. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Double.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Smith being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Suggs coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Peterson, Charles, at age 33, I think when he signed with the Redskins, people were wondering what would this season be like. Well, it started off pretty good.
Yeah, and you remember the reason why they're asking that question. Age 33. Last season didn't end very well in Arizona. Had some good games, but was hurt down the stretch. Didn't have those games again. But now, 96 yards in the season opener.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. That's to his running back, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 1st down, here's the run with Peterson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On second down, Peterson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 42 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got four down. Watch it now, Barney.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Jackson to throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this. Washington Redskins. Charles, this is a team, as their offense comes back out, it's a team that you've seen several times this year. What do you make of this crew as we hit the home stretch of the regular season?
They're old school. I mean, truly old school football. Run the football on offense, stop the run on defense, and that's how they've won games. Adrian Peterson, been a revelation this season. Multiple games over 100 yards, approaching 100 yards in other games. But when he doesn't run it well, they don't win the football game. And that defensive front starting to come into its own, stopping the run and making people one-dimensional, that's how they win their games best, not throwing the ball.
And just looking at their schedule towards the end of the season, week 13 and 17, both against the Eagles, those could be 2 huge football games.
Could be monster games. And don't forget, Washington already has a win over Dallas earlier this year.
Hey, John.
On first down, it's Smith. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 56 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again is Smith. forced out to his, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Alex Smith with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Throwing is Smith. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Moore now to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Baltimore Ravens coming back out here on offense. Charles, a franchise that hasn't made the playoffs since 2014, and the way the middle part of this year has gone, it doesn't look like 2018 is going to stem that tide, does it?
It doesn't appear that way. They still have a chance if they can get hot, of course. But you're exactly right. Remember, as you mentioned, they haven't gotten to the playoffs since 2014. 4 out of the last 5 years they've missed the playoffs, which is so unusual for Baltimore and their organization. And just think of it this way. The general manager is going to retire at the end of this year. New general manager will take his place. He'll have a big decision to make about head coach John Harbaugh. At that point, does he continue forward leading this team?
Yeah, the 56-year-old Harbaugh, he's been the head man in Baltimore since 2008. On second down, Jackson. Flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards.
How this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Steps away to his left. And this one's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency. And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! Lamar Jackson, 34 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted-for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Smith on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Suggs in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off of play action, here's Smith. Being chased out left. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. It's Smith. He sets to fire deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. As Baltimore's offense makes their way back on the field, Charles, wanted to ask you about their running game. I mean, really, the offense has had some issues, but the running game needs to be picked up, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Alex Collins, who had such a big year last season, Buck Allen, both of them trying, but the running game does need to get kick-started. So it's a low-risk trade for Ty Montgomery getting him from Green Bay. I think they get him for a 27th round pick. But he has experience running the football with Green Bay. And remember, he came into the league as a receiver, so he can help open up the offense in a number of ways, not to mention his kick return ability as well.
Here's Jackson to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Gone!
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They go play action now. Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
And Jackson throwing once more. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he powers his way up past the 30. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Smith now on second down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Smith now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith on the catch. It's Crowder. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Jackson on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, now look at 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! No. Jack, Patriot! Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39!
On second down, here's Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Over.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering path.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught left side by John Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A give. This is Montgomery. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ty Montgomery, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, gun.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Buying time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come up in an offset eye.
Blue 90. Gone.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Leopard. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
He'll get it up the middle. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the gun, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Smith picked up by his former college teammate, Eric.